The federal government has announced plans to create a new financial crimes agency to tackle online scams. To tell us more about that and other tech news, let's bring in Ritesh Kotak, cybersecurity and tech analyst. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Give us some insight into the new financial crimes agency.
So we don't have a lot of details around how it's going to operate and where it's going to sit, but it is pretty clear that there's been a disconnect between the different agencies when it comes to addressing financial crimes, given the complexity and all the different stakeholders. You have banks, you have enforcement agencies, you have other organizations, you have individual victims. So I think by having a central agency with the proper authorities, the power, a change in legislation, we might actually be able to make a dent in some of these frauds and scams, especially online scams. So it's one thing to identify who's behind the scams, but hopefully this might be a solution to try to make people whole, where they might even be able to A, stop the scam, and B, potentially get some funds back.
And scam artists are always trying new ways to take our money. What advice do you have for people if they get a call from someone pretending to be from your bank? We are seeing more of those spam and also scam calls.
Yeah, the scam calls are just through the roof right now. I got a few just before coming on air. So it's just continuing, and they're getting much more sophisticated. So what I tell people is, if someone calls and pretends or claims to be a member of a financial institution like a bank or even the police as well, do one thing. Take their information and hang up the phone and call back from getting the number from a source. So if someone's claiming to be the bank, take out your bank card, look on the back, call that number. Someone's claiming to be a police officer. What you want to do then is call the police station and ask to be transferred to that police officer. It's kind of these very simple steps that can prevent some of these scams from happening in the first place. And the other big tip, if someone claims to be a loved one, I always recommend families have a secret phrase that they use. If you don't use a phrase, don't provide any information.
Good idea. Ritesh, OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, has released a browser in an attempt to rival Google. What are your initial thoughts?
So my initial thoughts is this might be a major shakeup in when it comes to browsers. We've had three major browsers that have dominated the industry, but now this is a new way of computing, a new way of browsing. So think about it this way. You go online and you search for a hotel. Well, now you also have an agent on the side that would not only book the hotel, but tell you about restaurants that are close by, potentially get you reservations to shows, tell you the best way you could transport, whether it's public transit or taking a taxi to that location. Before, you'd have to go and do multiple steps. Now it's all going to be integrated. You essentially have your own agent.
Ritesh, appreciate your time this evening. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak joined us from Toronto, and to see more of our Tech Talk segments, head to our website, ctvnewsnorthernontario.ca.